Hello again! We're here. It's Marin's Mixed Mayhem Season 12 Finals. Second game of the night for me, frankly. And I hope all of y'all are back because this should be a good one. We have our top two players here in this Mixed Mayhem mixing match of Mayhem Mixed Mayhem. Jimbo's Jokers, the Violence Together team played by Memesinlord, one of our in-game favorites and in-stream favorites, versus Lubbock's Human League, the Fairy Tale Guild members. Lubbock, Corin, Kenny, whatever. That's his name. That's a bunch of his names anyway. We'll see what happens. It's the finals. Let's have some fun, shall we? Go to capture. Oh, actually, hang on. Gotta make sure I'm using the right thing here because I do not want... Here, do that and turn that off. No. There. I'll just turn the... Where to go? MMM logo on...
Well, I really like this show tonight.
Why does this not work? We're just not moving. There it is. There it goes. Alright, everything is set up, ready to go. Remember, my team does have music like many other teams. Alright, well, thanks, memes. Alright, so, here we go. I pop over here, playoffs again. Let's take a look at our teams before they're ready to go, because they're waiting on me. We have Jimbo's Jokers and Fairy Tale Guild members. Let's take the Fairy Tale Guild members first, because they're right here. 1,600 team value, Human League team, a combination of Bretonnian, Amazon, and Human and Norse. So we've got a couple of human players, Makarov Dreyar, the human thrower, the guild master, Happy the human ogre, who's gone from winged cat to giant fatman, Jelal Fernandez, the human blitzer, alongside Gajil Red Fox and Grey Fullbuster. All of them with guard, Gajil with strip ball. Happy having a plus strength, by the way, forgot to mention that. Gildart's Clive, the Bretonnian blitzer, who has Blodge, Catch, and Dauntless. Nice. Natsu Dragneel, the Norse runner, with block, dauntless, and tackle. And their blitzers, Lucy Heartfilia with Blodge, guard, and tackle. Juvia Loxir with Blodge, guard, and diving tackle. Erza Scarlet with Blodge and guard, and Mira Jane Strauss with Blodge, guard, and kick. Again, I would like to point out, Lubbock has got all of the characters' hair correct, except for Juvia, because there's not blue hair in the Amazon teams. But 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 2 rerolls, Apothecary, 8 fan factor, and no inducements on the field. So there's that. And then there's Jimbo's Jokers, Minecraft Zoms team. And it is jam-packed, to say the least. 3 rerolls, an Apothecary, 6 fan factor. But let's take a look at what we've got here. We've got The Idol, a Goblin Troll unleveled. Bloodstone, the Lizardman Saurus with Frenzy. Fun. Onyx Agate, the Saurus with diving tackle, also fun. Arrowhead, the Lizard's Mansaurus with strip ball, and Rough Gem with guard. That's an eclectic mix of things. Then we have some Black Orcs, Constellation with diving tackle, and Throwback with block and guard. Got very lucky with these level ups, man. Lots of good stuff. Meanwhile, we have a bog standard Goblin with Hanging Chad. A couple of Noblars, the Order and the Tribe, both with diving tackle. Tribe with some minus movement. Not like it matters much. Then we have a Skinks. We have Brainstorm and Blueprint. Blueprint with sidestep. DNA, the Orc Thrower unleveled. But then we have the Goblin Secret Weapons. We have a Looney with a Chainsaw Jimbo. Perkeo II, the Bombardier, and Cavendish II, a twice-leveled Goblin Fanatic. He's got that ball and chain with Mighty Blow and Block. Holy crap balls. That is scary. And no level ups on the field, so we're not going to be dealing with field enhancements. Alright, memes, if you're still here, one, good luck to you, and get out! Well, tell Lubbock that I'm ready to go whenever he is. And waiting on him to show up. Alright, fair enough. Alright, so we'll just wait for a minute and hope things show up soon. Meanwhile, I'm just going to clear through a few of the other things going on in the various discords.
Well, shall we leave?
Why should we leave now? The worst part's over.
It's always the introductions, right? It's always that's the worst part. Alright, let's see. That's Chugga Conroy. These are just my alerts to fix. And that's the stuff that I have going on elsewhere. Okay, good. For a second I thought I didn't have my mic on. That would have been real bad. Alright, but anyway. Let's see. H.U.Kun and I put my bard back together. You might want to parse that one a little bit, Kitsu. Did you have a bard character that I forgot about? Or are you playing Baldur's Gate again? Okay. Lubbock, where are you, man? He was online not long ago. Or backup character. Ah, okay. Cool. Cool. Because as we know, Tomb of Annihilation, we do need the backup characters. Have a bard in the wings. She's idling right now.
Yes.
I actually need to get that button because. Oh yeah, that character. Oh boy. Would it break me to do a little bit to try and get another button? Not to hit the button quite yet, but how long should we wait before we just move on to the other part of the stream tonight? In case he doesn't show up. Well, usually, again, I know this is MMM and not Krenbol, but we usually have like a minimum of 30 minutes grace period. Oh, pardon me. And I love how what I'm risking here. If he doesn't show, then we got time for my match's commentation. Since it's a post-game one, it wouldn't take that long. We could probably get to part 2 early. All very true. And I just need the one bit from the Saiyan saga. Honestly, that's probably a good thing to do in the meantime until he does. Yeah, fair enough. It's better than listening to me, mutter to myself as I scroll through various DBZA clips, trying to find the one that I want while not accidentally just playing it over the video.
What? Wake me when the show starts.
It's already been on a while.
Wake me when it's over.
Alright. Well, if we want to have a game, then let's do that commentary. Team and league management, my leagues. You can post it in Crenbowl Discord, and the season will be over no matter what. Indeed. Schedule. The Sega Nation versus the Boston Keltorks. Well, we may as well. I'm sure Lubbock will show up at some point. So let's watch that replay and have ourselves a bit of a warm-up. He keeps kicking me in the dick. One. No. I was looking for the... Oh, actually, no. I did actually, I saved it to my, Discord. It was the, it was where Vegeta made a very bad joke during the Saiyan saga, and you just get a bit of the wind. I got it. Shut up, Nappa. That's the button. That's what I was wanting to get for the button. But I forgot that I had it in my, in what I call photo roll or stingers. I have it somewhere here. I'll do some more digging for that later. Frieza, I'll give you 5 minutes until the planet blows up. Do you wear a watch? Alright, Digi-Pichu versus Mr. Menthol. Menthol to receive. Here comes the kick, starting with a blitz. Good start for Digi's team. Fairly mid-deep kick, so he won't be able to get ball control immediately, but he will get some beginning shots against the Black Orcs. Named myself a chocolate protein, strawberry, banana shake. Was supposed to be more drinkable smoothie, but I had a bit more ice in it than I thought. Hey, as long as you eat it. I'm not the biggest fan of smoothies myself, but you could definitely do worse than that. I might personally leave out the banana, but... Well, I said you couldn't get the ball immediately, is what I said, Digi. Meaning that in the reaction of... I stand wildly corrected. Hey, Kitsu, you mind clipping that? Man, that was good. I forgot Die Hard Trilogy was movement 9. Well, Sega to Sanshiro gets a face full of Orc Fist. Some good knockdowns, but he wasn't able to get the ball loose, unfortunately. So Menthol's on the back foot already, regardless of how much front-facing pain he's dealt. Guard proving useful. A 2-die on Luke Orknet. To be perfectly honest, I love this thing. It's just another bunch of orcified names. This is great. I'm not the biggest fan, or what's the word? Or a consumer of basketball, but I enjoy a good joke like this nonetheless. And Jasork Tatum is going to ground. And a blitz into Luke Orknet again, getting another POW. That's just the, that. Excuse me, what? You have 3... And of course you roll a 6 and a 5. Okay. He's got dodge. I will give you that. But you didn't even need to use dodge. What are you... Like, you have the same fucking odds of dodging as my Norse do. What makes your human so special, Digi? You didn't even need to use dodge in that. Anyway. Sega to Sanshiro. God damn it. Well, he's got stunned. Who's he? Bomberman Wars! Virtua Fighter is gonna get fought virtually. He's on the ground. Just knocked down, but not a KO. You know, actually, speaking of Virtua Fighter, I heard actually a rumor that they're going to be rebooting that. It was like the first 3D fighter of its time ever, actually, and it's taken this long to get a reboot or any actual kind of love since the Saturn era. Either Saturn or PlayStation 2 at the latest, but. And you're just gonna run around like a crazy man and glitch out the thing so it doesn't look like he's in the end zone. That's right. He scored a touchdown 3 steps in. I love doing that glitch. It's funny. All right, well, the Sega Nation takes an early 1-0 lead on their opponent's initial possession after only 2 turns. And you get a reroll. Man, but the ball goes straight to the orc thrower this time. Thank you, Kitsu. Wachenroder is dead.
He's dead.
What a hit. What kind of game is Wachenroder? I do not know. Explain to me, Digi. I require information. Meanwhile, the orcs have crashed through your front line again and are proceeding to go through your thrower, Sonic R. The orcs looking to start a crumpin'. What I'm seeing is it is a strategy game. Oh, okay. Obviously never got a release in the States then. I suppose makes sense. The States really didn't, like, strategy games really didn't get that big until, like, Final Fantasy Tactics over here. maybe like, yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics predates the first Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem. I could be very wrong, though, about that. I'll not, assume any amount of mastery of video game history. Decent spot for turn 4. Another reroll, again, for memes needing to use to avoid that both down. So he's out of rerolls after that. Meanwhile, Digi still has 4. Coin says he'll be on in 10. All right, cool. Cool beans, memes. We'll stick through this. Maybe we'll wait until the half, depending on when he gets back. Then we'll do a quick recap over what the teams are. But yeah, I can see that this game went places, Digi. Walk-in Rotor, as the wiki says, is a simulation role-playing game. Oh, really? Huh. What if it's anything like that Life of Princess or whatever? At least jump up ahead to turn 15 for some fun once it gets close. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll jump to that. Let's see. You gotta love this. It's a combination of cage and anti-cage. This guy is just stuck here. And a blitz into Bomberman Wars, knocking him down. Handoff successful. Joe Mazalork is running down the field. But how does this get stopped? Because obviously it does. Both down goes off. And Jurork Holiday. A junior? Junior Holiday. I'm not going to bother looking up the names of the current Celtics lineup. If anything, it's probably going to be Sonic Wings Special. Oh, wait, no. 9 movement. And then Sonic Wings Special. No? Daytona is on the way. Do 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 do. Daytona. And Sega to Sanshiro does some pushing. Well, that stops how that is. A dodge to a pickup. A throw to then one catcher to another catcher, so Die Hard Trilogy is just going to run the more of the ball. Meanwhile, a stun there. Derork White. Trying very hard not to say this seems less clever than my Primorks team before, but it really isn't, considering it's the exact same joke. I just don't know who these people are. Pow into Sonic Wings Special. Says that it's similar to genre-like games of Shining Force, Vandal Hearts, Front Mission, or Final Fantasy. So several turn-based fights separated by cutscenes. Huh. Interesting. Alright, after this turn, we'll pop up to the turn 15 and see exactly what Digi was talking about. Ball gets loose. Ball comes back down over here. More fights around the ball. A level up somewhere with that. But ultimately, Orcs held no score. After a very interesting couple of things, I'm sure. Deep kick for the Orcs. Some KOs. Once again, the ball is deep on their side. Falling back and forth. Just staying where he is, and now he's broken away again. The turnover into turn 11 for the Orcs. He's going to... Why is he doing that? Well, he's going to punch No, he's going to get away from Daytona and punch Die Hard Trilogy. Not knocking him, not knocking him. Cool. Well, but Jurark Holiday dies somewhere in the brawl. There's the score for Sega Nation. Resulting in, ooh, sunny day. Very sunny. So minus passing, that's going to minimize that for the rest of this. More line on the front being pushed down. A shallow kick resulting in the Orcs getting into the midline. And finally actually pushing it into the human side eventually. Not getting a lot of extra room and eventually losing the ball? That must have been a series of funny plays that just happened there. We'll finish watching this, so this is going to end up in the turn 15 area. But we're already getting a bunch of pushes here. That's a stumble. Virtua Fighter was the level up before. That part was the first funny. I punted it. Ah, okay. Well, that's definitely a way of doing it. You want to make sure the ball doesn't stay in your side of the field for very long. All right. Sega to Sanshiro stands back up in the very sunny. Well, the fact that you got it that far is impressive. It was a 6-up pass. Very impressive. And he picks up the ball and throws it again. That's hilarious. And he picks up the ball, throwing himself for a pass. Inaccurate. You know, you gotta appreciate the gumption on that. Coming into turn 16, both sides technically able to turn around here. Is it going to be another pass? Yes! A 5-up pass. Good effort. Good effort. We all know how this ends, anyway. Yep, and it ends right there on a both down. Super Robot Tyson F is stunned, and that's the end of that game. 2-0 to Digi's favor. That was... I'm sure that was a pretty funny game. Metal Slug, the Blitzer gets the level up off of that. Christopos Orc Zingis. Just in time, Corns is booting up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, well, with that, let's go back to teams. Yeah, no, I gotta go to a play in a league to see this. When you have time, you can watch the rest. It was a match. Sadly, we missed an orc death. That is true. We did sadly miss the orc death. Alright, well, with that, let us return over here again. And remind ourselves who we're talking about. The Fairy Tale Guild members, the human team played by Lubbock who's loading in. Thrower, an ogre with plus strength, blitzers with guard, Amazon blitzers with guard, a Norse runner with tackle, a blodge catch dauntless blitzer. Impressive, a bunch of impressive skills all around. I'd be hard pressed to see what you could do with all this guard against somebody. 2 rerolls, 1 apothecary, and 8 fan factor versus the opponent, Memesinlord's Jimbo's Jokers, who has a full frickin' bench, and I really don't blame him. A troll unleveled, frenzy saurus, diving tackle saurus, strip ball saurus, guard saurus. Hello, who's? How are you, sir? Black orc with diving tackle, black orc with block and guard, goblin unleveled, 2 noblars with diving tackle, which are just gonna be funny, 2 skinks, 1 with sidestep. No webcam. Well, I don't do webcam for cast games. I'm not playing this, I'm casting this game. This is actually a finals game for a side league associated with the Krendor server. Yep, unleveled orc thrower. Then we got the loony unleveled, the bombardier unleveled, and the fanatic with his 2-level ball and chain with mighty blow and block. 3 reroll, 1 apothecary, 6 fan factor. This should be a fun game. This is for all the marbles. It's the finals, folks. And all we gotta do is wait for the go-ahead for Lubbock to show up. Shouldn't be that long. Yeah, your marbles, my marbles, those marbles, them marbles, all the marbles. And let me tell you this, that's a little difficult for me, considering I lost mine a long time ago. I bought a wizard and it's starting. Alright, cool. See ya, memes. Dumps a bag of marbles onto the Blood Bowl field. I could see somebody doing that, and the ref just seeing it happen in broad daylight. The player and the ref's eyes meet, and the ref just sort of was like, I'll allow it. Alright. Well then, memes, good luck to you. Good luck to your opponent, Lubbock. If you're still here, get out of here! I heard the DM of the game store this weekend. Did you say No, that's not too much. And yes, I am. Actually, I'm just gonna over here. You BB OC Lubbock. There it is. Here we go. All right, hopefully you'll be there. Great, glad to have you, who's. All right, and here we go. We have the Fairy Tale Guild members on the top side, Jimbo's Jokers on the bottom. Part of the inducements, Memes has gotten a wizard, so how is he going to utilize that? Will it be a lightning bolt? Will it be a fireball? Both sides with 3 rerolls, and their apothecaries. An appointment with the gastro doctor in the city tomorrow? Ooh, well, good luck with that, friend. Did you do a one-shot at the game store of DB&D? I'll run that by them later. I still have yet to introduce the game store to the brilliance that is Blood Bowl thoroughly. So far, the only person from over there that has shown up here has been Who's. But I'll keep that in mind. It would be a lot of fun to try and do a DB&D game. That's how you introduce them to Blood Bowl? You know, that's very true. That is very true. In which case, then, do I have my player's permission to utilize the black cloaks in it? Oh, that's no fun. That's no fun, Who's. Shots are too powerful. True. But it'd be funny. All right, well, let's take a look at here. We're got ourselves an interesting spread here. And the kick! Fairy Tale members get an extra reroll, so we're going at 4-3. Who's up front? Oh, we have a chainsaw right off the bat into a immediate stun. Gildart's stunned. Gotta watch out for that. He's one of the most powerful members of Fairy Tale, at least ways when he's introduced. Meanwhile, Bloodstone is pushing through Grey Buster with his frenzy. Watch out. Blizzard's being cold-blooded. That's probably a bad move.
Yeah, you never know when something funny is gonna happen on this show.
Did something funny happen?
Yeah.
You never know it.
And Gildarts, Grey, is stunned. He's not out cold yet. But he's like, but he would, if he heard me make that joke, he would likely put me on ice. At any rate, more blocks being thrown. Opening up the idol for some movement, though I'm not sure where you'd want to move the troll in this situation. Ball is pretty much in the open, able to get by the thrower or the skink. One Noblar over here in the order. Man, did memes in Lubbock intend to do this? Probably not, but they use the same color scheme. So they're gonna kind of roll together a little bit. Had Korean takeout for dinner, which is pretty good. Sounds good. All right. And DNA picks up the ball and is likely going to hand it off to Blueprint, who catches it handily on a 6. Taking it right up the middle to keep himself protected by all the things.
Number raises a pertinent question.
What's that?
Why did they do it?
All right, well, we got a read random fact. All right, so let's see, page 70 from Kitsu. Let's see. Well, here's something interesting. In the category of Babs, why am I looking at the camera? The camera's off. Only Blood Bowl 2 had a button to make each team different colors. Yeah, definitely.
Why did they do it?
Let's see. In the category of Babs, Barbra Streisand began her career singing in Greenwich Village gay bars in the early 1960s. She gave up on performing in public for more than 20 years after a 1967 death threat and developing a severe case of stage fright. And page 25 for you, who's joining in the fun of it. Okay. In the category of mysteries of the mind, Capgras syndrome is a condition where sufferers are convinced that their family members and friends have been replaced by identical imposters. Can you say Twilight Zone? I think I confused Happy with that one. Indeed, the more you know. That's why I have this book of random facts. It's entirely useless trivia, but it's fun. Well, let's see. How is the fairy tale going to look at this? Moving Natsu forward a little bit. And the girls spreading out in the background. It said 25 to reference the SpongeBob episode. Well, that reference went completely over my head, unfortunately. But that's cool. All right, let's see. There's some decent coverage across the way, but... Ouch! Nope, Erza Scarlet is stunned from being hit in the face with a chainsaw. Who'd have thought that it was Erza who got hit in the face with a chainsaw? Didn't change her armor near fast enough, I bet. Now let's see. Onyx Agate has moved around. Rough Gem supporting him up a bit. Putting guard right in the middle of all that. That'll be helpful. The Noblar... Oh, nope. Is just helping out the idol. Getting him, her, whatever, into position. Happy have gone stupid. Wonder if SpongeBob could be a D&D character. I'd be more than willing if you search... I'd be more than willing to bet. If you could search that on, like... on YouTube and see, like, SpongeBob D&D, you might be able to find one. Lord knows he'd probably end up being, like, a bard or a sorcerer. Just for all the random cartoon bullcrap that he can do. Why am I saying bullcrap? I can swear on my own channel. I've already sworn on this channel. I've sworn on this channel tonight, even. Why am I questioning that? Well, it looks like Memes is in a very good spot. That skink is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, one GFI away.
Fruits and vegetables up here.
Perchance Statler and Waldorf were thinking of throwing a party.
This much
Not
fruit won't
enough
go very
movement.
far.
Well, they only wanted to throw it as far as the stage.
Oh, for sure.
Happy's thinking about fruits and vegetables now, which is why the bonehead went off again. Rough Gem gets knocked down, so there goes the guard, opening up a little bit of movement. Not a whole heck of a lot. Sometimes swearing doesn't need to be said. Very true. Very true. That being said, it is a little out of character. Here, like, just marginally at least. But you are in fact correct. Dauntless going off, getting a 2-die on the idol. Not...
He shouldn't have jumped. The show's not that bad. Yeah, you never know when something funny is gonna happen on this show.
Did something funny happen?
Yeah.
You'd never know it.
Oh, I love those heckles. All right. Well, how do we do that? Well, we're going to do nothing if you're going to roll a skull into a skull. Lucy Hartfilia. Sit down! End that turn. Well, the good thing is... Well, the thing is made it a little bit more difficult. The thing is, it's not all that difficult by comparison. And that's even easier now, considering it's just going to be like... And now it's even easier. As Arrowhead goes through Makarov Dreyar. Frenzy! And what do you know? The Guildmaster is in the stands! And that's an injury. Player joins the substitutes. That's decent. A good power apo to keep your thrower in play. But if it's anything like the one I played these guys, that's just going to enrage the rest of the team. Because, you know, fairy tale, right? How did I do against each of these teams when I faced them? Badly! Very, very badly! I know I didn't win a single game. Or did I? I forget. But the point stands that I didn't get into the playoffs. Though I certainly tried. We can take a look over that later after all this is done. What is MMM? It is Marin's Mixed Mayhem Who's. It's the name of the league. Here comes a goblin fowl. Chainsaw. Lucy Heartfilia is stunned. Yeah, it is cool. Kren Bowl is a regular Blood Bowl league where you play just your bog standard racial teams. Meanwhile, Marin's Mixed Mayhem makes use of the mixed team rules that Blood Bowl 2 has. Whoop! Slip and die, slip and die. No. Where you can have teams of various races thrown in all together, which is why you have ogres from humans, Amazons, Bretonians, which are like Arthurian knights, and where did that Norseman go? There was a Norseman somewhere on this team. But yeah, that's the whole thing with Lubbock's team. Whereas Memes, or Minecraft Zom, is a combination of goblins, orcs, lizardmen, and ogres, which is where the Noblars are from. Man, Happy is just really confused today. The third turn in a row that he's gone stupid. Now, we've had plenty of conversations, me and Digi, about what the various big guy traits are and which ones are better and for what purposes. And we just sort of came to the general conclusion that Bonehead was the best one because it... Meanwhile, Gildart's Clive gets diving tackled into a KO. He's out for the drive at minimum. Meanwhile, Blueprint has got a free shot right up the line. That is, if he doesn't care about Jimbo being ejected. But he's got... he still has the Bombardier and the Fanatic, but if I was... What are my PC specs? I don't know off the top of my head. All I do know is that this is one of the best computers I've ever had, so... Yeah, oh... Man, where did I buy it? Kitsu, you were the one that gave me the link to what was it? Skytech Gaming? But yeah. It was like, I forget specifically exactly what my stats are. What my specs are for it. That would be me who suggested that? Well, one of you suggested it. And I thank you. Oh, we have a Noblar foul. Turning into nothing, but also not an ejection. But Mira Jane is certainly taking a beating over there on the ground. Meanwhile, Gild's gonna get knocked over. Turn 4. Now, will Happy do a thing? Anything. It could be a small thing. It could be taking a single step forward. Excuse me. He did more than a single step. He ran into the other side. Didn't get a blitz. And it would have been funny to have watched Happy go into the order and just sort of drop kick the Noblar. Do I like RPGs? I'm not against them. I don't play them near as much as I used to, frankly. Oh, and that's skull into a stumble, knocking Onyx Agate down. and opening up Erza for some movement. Probably looking to get another shot on Bloodstone from Jelal here. Oh, there's the Norseman. But as far as like ones that I've played recently, I did play a little bit of Persona 3 Portable re-release on Steam a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a month or two ago now, maybe? But yeah. I do enjoy an RPG when I'm of a mind for it. All right. So, is Jimbo going to take another shot against Mira Jane and try to foul her out? Will there be a blitz against Erza? Or possibly even Jelal? Might be getting the Bamboo Lab P1 instead of the P1P, depending on budgeting. That's cool. Depending on which one you get, you're going to have to tell me how it works when you do, because, again, I've been thinking, like I've said before, I've been thinking about getting those as well. Idle's gone really stupid. Now let's see, we got some more punching that could be happening down here on this side with some orcs and lizards. P1S is the better version. Interesting. Yeah. The enclosed nature of it, definitely I can understand being really good too. What is Memes thinking? He's thinking about something. Looks like Idle is idling around. Yeah, paint me like one of your French trolls. And here comes a blitz into Erza, stunning her. Not quite getting the work that Jimbo needs. There's been some good stuns, some good foul attempts, but no actual removals, certainly no injuries. And the chainsaw specifically does... Or does... I always forget if chainsaw gives you points for injuries. I played an entire season of Goblins, and I still don't understand the finer points of the secret weapons. Get the accessories for Christmas from family. Well, there you go. That's definitely a plan. Imagine if a chainsaw could get claw. Ugh, that'd be positively terrifying. Note to self: make goblin for DB&D with chainsaw and claw. Goblin tiefling, maybe? Chain claw mighty blow. Oh, hell yes. I mean, alternatively, oh, hell no, but still. I get the printer, I'll show you how it is. I look forward to that, Who's. Alright, where'd the... Oh, he pulled it back! Interesting. He certainly doesn't want to score too quickly and give his opponents a chance. Up, we got another foul attempt. Bounce! And Lucy is still stunned, rolling only a 7 on that armor roll. You gotta love that forward somersault foul action for the Noblars. And Jimbo is gonna get knocked down, which will proc him problem with his chainsaw. He's only stunned. The main goal is to make an Iron Man suit or a different costume. Well, good luck to you on that, friend. That's gonna be a great fun to see. Alright, well, we got more things happening. A potential pivot around. Happy is going to punch Arrowhead. No armor break. But it's good to see that Happy is definitely doing a thing. Amazons and their cartwheels. Oh, yeah. That's also really nice to see. Whee! Smack. He's dodging with the Norseman. He dodged with the Norseman. Why can you do that and not me? Well, meanwhile, Idol is standing up and moving over a little bit. Not a whole lot of movement, considering the -3 for standing. Now let's see. Memes is in a reasonably good spot. Everybody on his opponent's team, Sans, Jalal, and Happy, are pretty well marked. So there's going to be very little in the way of the interference, less with Juvia knocked out. And since Blueprint is the fastest thing on 2 legs in the entire field, and he can basically run anywhere and stay out of danger. And especially now, then, since Throwback is holding off Gajil and Natsu, these guys are basically stuck where they are. Happy is open, but he doesn't have the movement to really be of a massive threat. Jelal is around. Both downs into both downs. 3 both downs and a skull. Right into block? That's terrible. What are your opinions on the Lego Dawn Horizon game? I actually don't have any opinion on it about it whatsoever. I've never really had much interest in Horizon at all. Well, before, and the Lego franchise doesn't increase that amount. I can appreciate that it's a very good game and well received. But it never really struck me. Besides, I never had a PlayStation, so I've never played it. Was it the Sega Saturn growing up? Thus, Sega to Sanshiro blessed their dodge dice. Well, yeah, but Digi, this isn't the Sega Saturn team. And neither does your team have Norseman on it either. Meanwhile, Blueprint is getting caught by Happy on a 3-die with dodge. Thankfully, that sidestep keeps him moving around. Happy getting neither the power both down that would have been useful for getting the ball loose. Dodge moving around. Is this the tackle one? Nope, just kick. Yeah, Lucy's the one with tackle. That's the one you gotta watch out for. And you get the troll right there in the middle. Always play around with those big guys. Neville doesn't like how risky you play, thus punishes your dodge dice. Well, then if that's the case, then I probably should just play Wood Elves or Dark Elves all the time then. But that's not any fun for me. I like playing stuff on the different side. I think your chat on your end is not fully scrolled down. No, it is. I'm going to see how far I will get in Persona 3R modded before I decide to head to bed tonight. Well, good luck to you, Kitsu. Thank you for being around.
The older I get, the more I appreciate good music.
Yeah, what's that got to do with what we just heard?
Nothing. Just thought I'd mention it.
But I would also point
This
out...
show brought a tear to my eye.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sitting on a tack.
Remember that there's another game happening after this as well. The AKA I Will Lurk. Fair enough. You enjoy yourself with Persona, Kitsu. Smack! Gild is KO'd. That's right, you got through the Iron Dragon. And you rang his bell. Iron bell. How do those sound, actually? Most bells are made out of brass. Yeah, generally not iron. If any. But anyway. We have blueprints ready to make a Scarper on turn 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he has to make... That actually is kind of rough. He's got to make 2 GFIs. My MMM team will hopefully not suffer from the EN curse. Hopefully. Should be in it. But yeah, it should be a fun season again. I gotta... Like me and my undead team moving forward for Marin in MMM next season. And smack! There goes Jimbo. That's an injury. No long-term effect. Perfectly fine with not using the Apothecary on him, considering he was going to get ejected next turn anyway. But that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players for Fairy Tail. And definitely not enough to get through all of Jimbo's bench. Because look at all that. You still got a Skink and a Noblar and another Goblin. Never mind the other 2 secret weapons. My streamers keep glitching, and when I refresh, I get the same ads. Which is a... Oh, that's unfortunate. But that does let me know that the ads are happening. And that basic... Oh, wait, no. Sidestep, but without jump up. And it's in his hands. Forgot about DNA down here. Has Memes forgotten about DNA? Oh, this is looking to be a very low-scoring game. Smack! That's a stun on Natsu. That's about what I expected to happen. Oh. Oh. Yeah, more money to you? Pretty sure Memes is delaying to keep the secret weapons around as long as he could. That makes sense. Alright, pick up, run over. Is he going to try a skink pass? Well, you know, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. He tried a good old digi skink pass and failed. But it does keep his ability to have secret weapons around. And that's the end of that because of a both down for the Ogre. That's a halftime. It's scoreless, not for lack of trying. Alright, who comes back? The Chainsaw stays away. All 3 KOs for the Fairy Tail Guild comes back as well. Both sides operating on full teams. And Jimbo's Joker's bringing in Cavendish II, that mighty level 3 ball and chain. Benefit of failing is that his opponent has to deal with a full drive of secret weapons. Very true. And will he bring in the other secret weapon per KO? He currently has 2 Nobblers on the field. Nope. He is sticking with just the ball and chain. And the Nobbler is right in the middle on the front line? That's certainly a choice. And it keeps Cavendish from being immediately hit outside of a blitz. But in between 2 characters with guard, that's more difficult. Bomb is best when you receive. That's true. And or fair. Well, let's see. We have 2 blitzers and the runner in the middle. Gildarts on the one side. And a spread of women across to hopefully get some extra help with that. And more rerolls for both sides. Giving both sides 4 rerolls. Memes still sitting on that wizard. Noblar immediately stunned. And blitz into Bloodstone. Dauntless gets him a 2-die. That stun throws the Saurus to the ground. 2 more spaces of movement for Gildarts. He goes to support Happy against Constellation. And more support to Constellation. Am I spectating? Technically, yes. There is a fairly decent replay system in Blood Bowl 2 that also lets us watch live games as well, which is how we're doing this. And this is why Sure Hands is not a sure skill. Reroll pickups, but if you roll 1s and 2s, it doesn't help. Definitely, yeah. Sure Hands. He sure has hands, all right. 2-die blitz into Grey Fullbuster, finding a POW, knocking him down. No armor break. Will Cavendish move through? There's not really a great, like, super obvious bunch of hits he can make on his movement. It was actually reminded me, like, a couple of seasons ago. Like, did you remember the one player that, I forget who it was, that gave their ball and chain leap? That was a hilarious moment when they realized, when we were all like, wait a minute, can the ball and chain even use leap? It was like, and we found out, no, they cannot. And it got sent to Pro Bowl. That's right. Oh, going to bed? Well, thank you for hanging around, Who's. I'll see you around sometime, I'm sure. Probably on Saturday. So you have a good night, and thank you for being here for as long as you were. Meanwhile, Jalal gets both down Skull to both down POW. Or rather, Constellation gets it. He did find it out that it can use kick. That's, yeah, right, using the ball and chain is like a golf club, right? Or am I just confusing that with the pogoer? Who does, in fact, do the whole, like, golf club thing. Yeah. You have a good night, Who's. It's just pretty impressive is what it is. Like, you gotta love good animations. So what is Cavendish going to do? It's be a little too risky to try to move him at this point. Well, you can move him that direction. He did literally nothing, but at least ways he did nothing bad either. So, you know, take what you can get. I'm gonna eat a donut. Setting up a ball and chain in that slot is a good spot, since if you get a blitz, you can still use it. That's also fair. Whoops. Well, it wasn't the tackle, Amazon. So there is that. All right. Lubbock getting through the order. The order is KO'd. So no more Noblar to get in weird spots. It's one less body on the field, but it's also really only a Noblar. They're not the best players. Low strength, low armor. You give them half a chance and they'll just crumble like paper. Onyx Agate getting knocked down. Removing the tackle zone from the ball, so Makarov can get at it more easily. I kind of love this line. It's just a line. It's like two groups of players just deciding to stand in lines and just do that in that one big old line dance of violence. Meanwhile, Sure Hands is failing again. The Shortman is not doing terribly well. That's a reroll. But fortunately, Makarov doesn't have dodge, at least ways for memes. So that's more. That puts the tackle zone back on the ball. Not that Blueprint can readily get at it either. Is the best ball carrier that Memes has at the moment. Frenzy finds the POW on the second hit and sends the target into stun. Mirajane is going to be seeing stars for a moment and is unable to shapeshift her way out of that problem. The Tribe standing up, getting tackle zones around and supporting as he can. Gildart's being knocked around a little bit. That opens up Blueprint to freely start moving. And he will. Taking 2 GFIs to get right up next to the ball. Very nice. Meanwhile, on one source, Arrowhead's going to start moving up the field as well. And Cavendish is doing himself a little dance. Getting himself in a position to hopefully either aid the Idol in either moving, which is probably what he's wanting to do here. Take a block against Natsu or Erza. Because standing next to it, having a player next to you benefits the really stupid role. Still 1 die for Rough Gem into either of these two players, which is not a great idea, but they both have... Yeah. They both had block, so it wasn't a great idea. Sidestep proving its usefulness, keeping the skink on the ball. It was quite a stubborn combination of skink and sidestep. Blueprint is KO'd, so that removes the best ball carrier Memes has. Power Apo to make him just make him stunned. Probably the best move he could do at that point. And both down into the Noblar, who is stunned from that hit as well. So they're out for the next turn. Constellation is going to get punched by Happy. And Gild is probably going to take a 1 die into throwback with supported by Happy. Probably not, considering throwback has block, and 1 die with block is a bad deal. But a quick dodge away, Dauntless into a 2 die into the idol, finds a POW, and breaks the idol's armor, resulting in a stun. Another 1 die, just pushes Rough Gem away by Gray. Skink being stunned is a big problem for memes right now.
Wow, look, there's a bag full of fruits and vegetables up here.
Perchance Statler and Waldorf were thinking of throwing a party.
Well, this much food won't go
Here
very far.
comes
They only
the
wanted to throw it as
boy!
far as the stage.
Oh, for sure.
He went for it and he gets the hit. No armor break, but the Fanatic actually did a thing. He could make one more go for it. It's not advised, but he could. It'd be a 1 in 3 chance of hitting him again for good measure, but it's probably not a good idea. No, not Cavendish. Rough Gem into Makarov, knocking him down and into the ball. That is a KO. Throwing not only the Guildmaster out of the field, but the ball into another square. Resulting in less tackle zones on it for memes, so that's a problem. But it's still also not in Lubbock's hands. Let's see, Onyx Agate. Erza's got a guard, so that would be a 1 die into Lucy or Erza. Meanwhile, Mira Jane's down here. That gets a point onto there for resulting in a 2 die into Lucy, throwing her off of her feet and getting a second tackle zone around the ball. Blueprint coming back next turn. Same thing with the tribe. Mira Jane back on her feet safely because the other Saurus moved away. And it's just gonna turn into a big ol' scrum around the ball. And I'm not sure who actually would prefer that situation. Me. Oh, that's actually a really good bounce, actually. Juvia could get the ball. Well, that Dauntless goes off. That both down sends Constellation to ground, which opens up Gildarts. He could pick up the ball. He's only got Catch, not Sure Hands, but we've shown how good Sure Hands is. And fails the pickup. He uses a reroll. Going down to 3, and he's going to start running. What other choice does he have at this point? The tribe would have to make 2 GFIs to get diving tackle. Or even just 1 GFI. And it's the wizard! But he rolled a 1 on the 2-up. The lightning bolt failed. That is enormous. That is terrible for memes.
Well, I wish they had done that differently.
How would you want them to do it?
Better?
Living alerts. Living alerts. The idol won't be able to get there. I could knock Juvia Luxor off of the tribe, resulting in only 1 dodge and a GFI instead of 2. But even then, stunty, titchy. That's easy enough to get through. Oh, but she's got diving tackle, though. That's right. I've almost never seen that skill fail. Come on, let me use... whatever. But he's able to get through and gets diving tackle onto Gild. So what was I talking about, or not, but almost never seeing it fail? Whoop! Well, that didn't work out so well. Black Orc dodge. He makes it into a blitz. 2-die push both down. Well, that's a lot of pressure on that ball carrier. Gild could be in a bit of trouble. With Blueprint back on their feet. And lots of Sauruses around to make some easy 2-dies. Gild gets merely pushed. Jalal knocks Bloodstone on the ground. He's already used his reroll once to make the dodgy Black Orc, which should not happen. Memes is down to 1 reroll. Meanwhile, Lubbock still has 3. Happy in Gild showing off against Throwback and the Tribe. Meanwhile, Gild taking on Blueprint, knocking him back down, refusing to let him get any sort of movement. Which is very smart. And a shot into the Tribe. Sidestep actually makes it harder for the ball carrier to get away. Oh yeah, that is obnoxious. You just can't keep diving tackle off of you with sidestep like that. Probably a good idea to follow up, at least, so you only have to get away from the Tribe, but... Plays the skill. The dodging player does not make an armor check. The opposing player must subtract 2 from his dodge roll for leaving the player's tackle zone. Alright. Dauntless goes off, resulting in only a push into Constellation.
What? Wake me when the show starts.
It's already been on a while.
Wake me when it's over.
More pushing and kicks alongside those heckles. It is a bit obnoxious. All these Sauruses tying up this half of the board. Meanwhile, the rest of the board is tying up the rest of the other players down here. The Fanatic is just not doing a lot of work, but could potentially do something against Lucy if the movement happens, right? But both sides are beginning to run out of time. Oh? Well, he's trying. He tried. He tried to open up Cavan. He tried to open up Constellation. And he's able to open up Constellation. I think it's 4 movement, but how's he going to utilize it? It's a blitz into Gray. Going into double skulls. Does he want to re-roll that? It's a tough choice. He's thinking. And he chooses to, and he gets the stumble, resulting in an armor break and a stun, which allows him to get tackle zones onto Gild. This could be a long haul game, folks. This could go into overtime very easily. It could also be that Lubbock is able to break free somehow and can score from here as well, giving Memes a very slim amount of time to score, but a Skink can score in 1-2 turns very easily. Now, if Throwback doesn't punch Namirajane, which he does, I was going to say I'd be highly disappointed. Who's left? Just Arrowhead, who probably will take a shot into Jalal. Maybe a 2-die into block against Strip Ball. But it would be better than trying to dodge away with with 1 agility even. Even better than not dodge. Two GFIs on Rough Gem gets that Saurus down to the side a little bit. A little pushing. Making those two players a little bit more there. But both sides with guard. In least ways able to make stuff easier for them to happen. It's a blitz. And you find them both down, knocking Blueprint to the ground again. It's not the most impressive situation. But you do he finally gets that POW against the tribe. No armor break, which is surprising. 5 armor is paper. Absolute paper. But Lubbock really needs to score here. If he's continued stopped, and he can very easily be continued stopped. He's got a 1-die with block against diving tackle with Constellation. That turns a 3-up into a 5-up for a dodge. Bonehead goes off. Lubbock not trying to do the burger challenge in Persona 3. Well, here's hoping your assorted stats are high enough, Kitsu. Oh, there's a skull. Reroll it into a POW, sending Arrowhead to the ground. Giving Jalal a shot against Bloodstone. If he so chooses. This is actually a great position right now for Cavendish, actually. You can get... It's a 2 of 3 chance. Ooh, that skull came at a bad time. 2 and 3 chance for Cavendish to hit into an Amazon and a Norseman. Gildarts is still next to diving tackle. 2 diving tackle even. He just continually keeps getting pushed. That's probably going to end up being another hit from throwback into a 2-die. Gets the POW. So that's a loose ball. Not a great bounce. But depending on what he... well, Blueprint maybe be able to get there. But he's able to... But Rough Gem does get his tackle zones on it. So it's something. He got it. Natsu got hit by the ball and chain. No armor break. He got hit again and is just being pushed. Again, no armor break. Not risking hitting into the idol. That ball and chain not doing a great amount of work this game. Even if you don't have the stats, aka courage, you get courage points from failing. Oh, that's correct. I forgot about that. Meanwhile, I'm just thinking, like, on that, I realize teenagers have a much higher metabolism than older folks, but any amount of, like, eating challenge like that is really rough to do in general. This is looking to go increasingly like it's going to be a overtime game. Happy punches throwback. That opens up Juvia. Will Juvia try for the ball? Nope, just gonna mark up Rough Gem. Will Mira Jane try for the ball? She could. Gild could try for the ball. Heck, he hasn't used his blitz yet. Gild could... Like, either Gild or Mira Jane would reasonably have a good block chance on that. Challenge is how much plain burgers you can eat. Ah! Maybe I just had the heart attack grill in my head for whatever reason. But that being said, any food challenge is difficult, even if there's like number of cheeseburgers or the heart attack grill's 2,000 calorie burger. Yes, you heard that right. 2,000 calories. To die. It's beginning to really look bad for memes. That pickup did not work. Reroll into a 5. So Gild has the ball. Buns, cheese, and meat. Welcome to the Stackers Union, kid. We stack meat and cheese. Meat and cheese! No veggies! Anybody who recognizes that old Burger King ad is old. I say old, it was like early 2000s. Stay down, Natsu! Alright. Memes is not out of the woods yet. Stands up throwback. He needs to knock down Gild or get him into a really difficult spot to get away. And starting with diving tackle is always a good way of doing that. He doesn't have the movement necessarily to try and score from here with blueprint. Yeah, no, blueprint's out of range. His best chance scenario would be to get the ball to Bloodstone. But that is a stupid, stupid attempt. And diving tackle comes into play as this blueprint tried to blitz into Gild, which would have turned into a 1-die. Unfortunately, Juvia Loxer's own diving tackle came into play and knocked them both over. No armor break, fortunately for memes. But at this point, honestly, I think the best option Lubbock has is to blitz into Gild, get a knockdown, and Scarper. Which means, barring a extraordinary one-turn attempt, Lubbock has won the game. But again, Memes is a good player. And like I said, there is a possibility for a one-turn touchdown from this position. Both Noblars are back in. The ball and chain is out. There could be an interesting Bombardier play, perhaps, if he wanted to do that. Oh, no. You don't one turn with the skink. You one turn with the order. Throw teammate from the idol. Clear off Jalal from here. Set up the order because he's got 5 movement. That might be the best chance that Memes has to turn this into a tie and take it into overtime. You one turn for the troll, pushes for the win. Or you can do that. Oh wait, Hanging Chad's a better one. Same agility, but better movement. Yeah, if only you could one turn with the troll, right? Okay, worst case scenario for Memes is perfect defense. Setting up his skinks in good range to make sure he can pick up the ball from the widest angle possible. Long as the ball lands anywhere in this general section of the field, Memes has got a shot. And the ball is going exactly that direction. Oh, touchback. Perfect. Exact scenario. All right. Turn 16. No rerolls. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. On probably the dumbest situation possible. What an ending. Fairy Tale Guild members, Lubbock wins Marin Mixed Mayhem Season 12. That was a thing that just happened. Hang on, I'm gonna jump into like a general chat and... Why am I suppressed? Alright, I'll throw in myself into that chat and... But that was a weird game. Upsums means didn't win. Looks like we'll have to wait for the Snoop game. Knuffles simply said no so many times. The lightning bolt, the blodge, yeah. What are those statistics? 43% ball possession for Jimbo versus 25 for Fairy Tale. That's an amazing amount considering what Fairy Tale was able to do. SPP, only 5 points for Throwback. Meanwhile, a total of 10 for the other side, even though SPP doesn't mean anything anymore. Jimbo's Joker's dice rolls. 77 armor. Just giving Memes a hard time looking forward to this snooting. Yeah. 62% dodge, 84 going for it, 88 injury, not bad. 100% catch, 100% pickup, 0 pass, 0 diving tackle. Full wake up, stupid failed only once. Chainsaw worked the whole time. Casualty at 1 at 100. Also, all 3 of his KOs waking up at halftime. Also, all the stuns with very few actual removals. Yeah, all of that did not work in your favor at all, Memes. Simply, fuck Knuffle, fuck Blodge. Yep. But it was a good game to watch nonetheless. It was a very fun game to watch. Let's see, how would you do on your block dice? 17 skulls, 22 both down, 30 pushes, 14 stumbles, 13 pows. A little high in the low end for you, but you had a decent amount of block. Not near as much as Lubbock did. Do note, pows are lowest. Yes, I am noticing that indeed. I am indeed noticing that. And ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves right now, well, actually... I know that got caught by my thing, but Lubbock, Memes! Welcome into the chat, friends. I see that Memes is currently muted, but Lubbock, first and foremost, congratulations!
Thank you.
It was quite a game to watch. We were just going over the dice when you popped in. Just talking...
Did you see the pickup rolls?
Yes, a little bit. Where they go?
My heart.
Yeah, 25% pickup. That is just not great.
Wish their hands too, which makes it even worse.
I know. But I'll tell you,
I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, I've had that exact same pain playing Norse and Krenbul so far. Like, even though I don't have sure hands, I have not been able to pick up the ball hardly to save my life.
It's a struggle with 3 agility.
It definitely is. But let's take a look at your D6s here. Wow. That is 3 rows of 30. 31s, 32s, 33s, 25 4s, 26 5s, 22 6s. Yeah, that is quite a bit. That lightning bolt...
I rolled a lot of dice. Yeah, the lightning bolt failing was absolutely pivotal.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, like as Meme said in the chat before, Nuffle simply said no too many times. But yeah, like your diving tackle, the dauntless rolls went up very well actually, 100% on that.
Yeah, that was also huge, and all the guard letting me fight back a bit.
Yeah. 64% dodge, 75 on your wake up, 64 injury, 71 armor. Honestly, it looks very good for you on this.
You should have seen my face when we loaded into the game. Have you ever seen that like Pikachu what meme?
Yeah.
That was exactly my face when I saw a Saurus and a Black Orc with diving tackle.
It's definitely skills you don't see very often. Let's see, block dice for you. 18 skulls, 13 both down, 33 threes, 17 stumble, 17 pows. Certainly more average than Memes' dice. If anything, a little high, actually.
Yeah, I think most of my skulls were paired together. A lot of those one dies that rolled double skulls.
Yeah.
So my pows were definitely on the higher end, thank goodness.
Yeah. That is absolutely a big help for that, but that was a really fun game to watch. I'm glad you guys were able to hold off long enough and or be late long enough that I could get here in time.
It is a very underrated skill, Vermin. Although your freaking little Noblard didn't care for it at all.
Why?
It's a little fishy.
And then oh my gosh, and Happy got 3 boneheads in a row.
Right at the beginning of the game, too.
Oh, dude, my heart was like dead for a little bit.
Well, if you want to watch the VOD and see exactly the weird jokes I were making about how he was confused about things that were happening in my stream, in the least ways you can laugh at that.
As long as it got some comedic relief.
Indeed.
I will say, with this championship win, I just won Zeldamari's championship too. So if I win Krenbol championship,
you got yourself the whole triple crown.
And then I can retire and uninstall the game. And never play it again.
I don't think anybody would blame you going off on that big of a win. But man, now that you say that, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing that happen. Meanwhile, I'm just over here at the bottom of Krenbol, probably playing against Hellbent next week.
I am struggling for my life in Krenbol. 2 games, no upgrades, and I'm about to play Norse as Bretonnians.
Ooh.
I can kind of fight them, but not really.
Well, honestly, that sounds like another great game to see, hopefully.
Oh, if I didn't say it in the beginning, thank you for casting.
You're very welcome. I enjoy doing this a lot. I haven't really had the chance to all season, so this has been a pleasure and a privilege for me as well.
I'm sad I didn't get to heckle you during your stream because I couldn't watch it.
That's fine. Well, since the game is over and I'm still streaming, you may as well throw a couple of heckles just for good measure, right?
Well, I have to. Here, hold on. I got you. It's the best redeem.
Terrific, wonderful.
Ooh, guacamole.
Say, is your friend the avocado here some kind of
But
professional critic?
I'm gonna
he's
go
just
make dinner now.
unemployed.
And
All right.
You should go to
de-stress.
work. Try to make something of yourself.
Well then, and I hope you have a good night then, friend. And with that, it's, ladies and gentlemen, once again, your winner of Marin's Mixed Mayhem, Lubbock. Or Corin, whatever.
I go, yeah, and then if you go to Krenbol, I have Kenny, Shirley.
Yep,
I'm the collector of names and the Discord.
yep, that you are.
All right, have a good one, son.
Yep, you too, man. Have a good night. And Memes, I know you can still hear me. Yes, your thing is coming. will be doing that momentarily. I just need to turn off the stream again and Jigger for doing that. So be patient with me, all right? All right? Good. All right. Ow.
I thought for once the show really caught fire. I thought it burned itself out, same as always.
Wow. Okay, well, with that brings Marin's Mixed Mayhem to a close. I thank all of our players for playing. It was a great opportunity and a wonderful time. Now I just gotta finish uploading the last few games that I played because I forgot to. And from then, we'll go on to the next season. So be on the lookout for that. Season 13, and our next team, the Splatoon Guardians. But until then, guys, once again, thank you to our players, thank you to Dehedro for making sure it all continues working forward as smoothly as it does, and thank you, Memes, for telling me that this game was going to happen so I could stream it. It was an absolute joy and a pleasure, and again, thank you for letting me know. But with that, guys, I am going to sign off for now, and for all of you guys in chat, thank you once again for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes. We will see you in the next one, which very well may be in the next 10 minutes after I do some more background stuff, so don't tell anybody. We'll see y'all later. Bye!
Shove it up your ugly. Take a hike. Guaranteed.